What's up, everybody? Getting some gloves on. I just got to finish up a few cards, and then I already stopped the giveaway with the comment, but I'll run the giveaway, get that video posted, and I got some other videos. Had to go pick up PSA and some SGC today, so those will be separate videos. Get some stuff packaged up and clean the old office up. My office turned into Pokemon headquarters in here. Pokemon headquarters anymore. All right, now I can move my chair over. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, little chrome mark. I know a lot of people wait for the holiday today, so I don't think it'll be a big audience. Centering off. Centering off. Do, 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 do. I got a nick in your card there. Hold on. Oh, that was fuzz. Where'd my other cloth go? I just had that thing up here. There it is up here. There we go. Oh, I have this light on different. That's why. There we go. What's up, DJ? Just finishing the last of these up for CBC. They're not going to see that really because I barely can see it. Just so you can see right there. I'd probably chance that. Just look at it again. Yeah, I can't even notice that. Do, do, do. PSA. Unless there's some stuff noticeable that we know PSA is going to dock it, then he'll send them off to SGC. SGC is a little bit easier on grades than PSA. That's basically one of the reasons why there's stuff like a SGC 10 sells for like a around like a PSA 10, 9 price. Yeah, a little piece on the corner there. You go this way with it. Ah, it looks better in that way. Might just be the lighting. I mean, other than soldering, it's not bad. Okay, if you want to go in your pal back, I'll put it in there. I mean, this is centering too. You could just tell left and right. This is the second one you have. And there's a scratch onto it. I'll show you. Found his arm. Right. How am I going to show you? Let me see. Playing tricks. Trying to think how it'd be good to show you. Kind of right there in the center. Now I saw this compared to the other one. Let me see if I try to lift it a little bit right there. Oh, you know what? Let me go this way with it. It might show better. Right there. This one I wouldn't send. You might be able to work the scratch out. I don't know. So what, you want me to keep the other one and send this one back? Oh, trust me, it helps out big time. All right. I know the scratch is okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I know the scratch is going back. I'll put this with your other pile. The snake keep here. Kobe. Wait, yeah, Kobe. See how she looks. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I forgot to reply back, I think. Yeah, CBC does have a channel. Joe, if you want to drop your channel, you can, because some surfer asked me about it before in a comment, and I just haven't replied back. Let me pull this just a little bit forward. The mic. There we go. What's up, Card King? Mini divot there underneath that light on the right hand side. I mean, this will end up going modern anyhow. Wouldn't really worry about it. Right there, you kind of see it. Laggy, huh? Well, I know Xfinity this morning did putting these new lines in. So my whole stuff shut down earlier, and I had to do an update this morning. There's like a live wire now running through the field outside. Overall, looks pretty decent besides that little divot. Not seeing anything crazy on it. Yeah, looks pretty good. Should get a good 9 on it at least. Probably a 10, maybe even a 10. Nick G. All cards should be wiped down. So, like this cloth here, I used to wipe down all my cards. So, what I would do, I'm using his for an example, is I'll take it and I go real light with my finger across the edge, and it pulls off all them boogers that I always call about. So, I'll go like that. Then I just take it and I'll just go over the card in circles like this. And I'll breathe a little bit of air on just to get any kind of fuzz or fingerprints off. The only way I see with centering on this might be a little bit top to bottom, but it might squeeze a 10. Let me see. If that's a scratch into it, you can make the call. That there is really noticeable in the back when I turned it around right in here. I'll show you when I pull it up. Right there to the left of the light, those two. You do have them up here too. I don't know how well they'll hit it. Could be worth a chance to see. Yeah, you always want to do a good wipe down your cards, though. There's always old rumor mills, fingerprints get you off, and sometimes what might be fuzz or like a piece of chrome that's stuck to the card might get you gigged for surface. I try to make it look as nice as presentable as I can. A little bit of printer lines there. I don't think that's chrome. Let me just see. It's down by the S. Uh-uh. Wait a minute, what's that up there? Okay, no. I missed this. Right there, you got a chunk of chrome out. Trying to find my finger right there. It's on that borderline with the gold. I'll send that back to you. Julio, Julio, wherefore art thou, Julio? This has got to be probably SGC2, and I'll show you under the mic. You got scratches above there. A little bit of whiting on corners, and I'll show you. So right in the kind of like the middle of that lights, there's a line there. Kind of hard to depict it with the chrome, but right. See if I can get it steady in my hand to do it. Right about there. And then you got there. Find the other one now. And right there. And then what I saw, see that on the corner piece? Where'd my pen go? And I'll show you. All right, let me get close down here to it. Right there, your chrome piece is peeling back the plastic a little bit. And just a tiny speck of white down there. It's noticeable. I just don't have the camera super magnified. Yep, that's what I was figuring for you. All right, Judy's our last one. J. Udi. You do got a scratch. One little divot. Let me see if I can get her here. So right there between the lights, starts in that red. Now we're going to go, let me figure out which way it goes back down. And a little divots over in here somewhere I saw. Let's see that out. Okay, black curve into, okay. Somewhere. There it is. Trying to think how I can get to the center in a way. But it's right there, top left. Corner looks good. Good. Oh, what's that on there? Somewhere up this way. Come off? Nope. You got a little chunk of black out there. A little bit there too. Oh, no, that was fuzz in there. Certified's a hard one to grade. I mean, if you're cool with an 8 with this, I mean, I'd probably look at my guess an 8. Depending on how much they're going to knock off on that scratch. SGC, okay. Well, since I am here, I want to see what these finest look like from soccer. This ain't anybody. This is just something I pulled out of a pack. I just want to take a look at these, see how many flaws are in finest this year. Now, look at that. I think hopefully that's fuzz there. Yep, a little bit of fuzz. Oh, maybe they did well with finest on this stuff. Compared to finest baseball, this actually looks clean. I don't even know who this dude is. I just pulled one off top. Redirect this light somewhat. There we go. Huh. Actually, finest soccer don't look too bad this year. Kind of crazy. The funny part is this is UFC Prism. Watch this. I don't even know what card it is. Huh, UFC Prisms don't look too bad. Find this dude's back. Right there, divot. Now we do got some divots. Huh, crazy. I just looked since I had some stuff laying here I got to put away. Let me pull this light away. Yeah, not bad at all. Lots of craziness out there this year. Lots of craziness. Oh, my hands stink from them gloves. I should mail them to you just so you could smell. But yeah, I'll tell you, the scope really is done its job with PSA. You gotta go see the PSA reveal video coming out. What I'm talking about, and then the stuff that I neglected to send into PSA, I sent into SGC. You guys don't know from that video when I did my stuff. You'll see the difference in grading companies completely with what's allowable and not allowable between the two. Really, really, really crazy. crazy, I will say. But yep, I'll get this stuff packaged up. We'll be back out to you Tuesday. Post offices are closed now. So you should get it probably, I'm going to guess Friday offhand. Now let me know how much you want insurance on everything too. Because I know your slabs are up there a little bit in price. Just text me the amount. You don't have to write in the chat. But that way I know when I'm boxing it up how much you want to put on there for insurance coming out to you. But yeah, I'm gonna get that video run for the giveaway here shortly. I'll post that up for everybody. I gotta get about 4 videos made this afternoon and get them formatted, and I'll get those posted up for today, tomorrow, and Monday. Trying to think. Oh, you want me to show you yours? All right, hold on. Ooh, I was kicked back in the chair. I gotta move your huge stack of SGC coming back to you. There's the red ice we knew was going to be a 9. Actually, let me tilt this camera down some. It basically probably got you on centering onto it, maybe a line or two. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely worth the scope. Debut Herbert. I don't remember what we've seen on these, to be honest. It might have been a little bit of whiting up here. Tender pink camo. Nice. I still got to sleeve your stuff, so I'm being careful. Tendat. Nice. This definitely a hold for next year. This stuff is very undervalued right now. There's your Cephia bow. Topps chrome. 10. Really good looking. Yeah, it definitely shows the scope is doing its job out there because of grades in the past. But it also goes down to the value of the card. Is it worth it in a 9 or not, too? What's up, John? That's the other thing you got to look at. And heck, after I got my SGC grades back, you know, if I get SGC 9 5s and 10s, it'll give me a little bit value onto what a PSA 9 is. To where I'm worried, it makes sense. If I'm thinking 9's going to be the highest grade with an 8 being what I'm banking on, yeah, SGC makes sense. It almost goes back into the days where if your auto's not going to 10, send it to PSA. And if it's a thick stock card, you're probably better off going Beckett. Now, I did prove that wrong with 2 this year, with the Trout Griffey being a thicker stock and then the iMac Herbert. But you seen where the Prism got a 9 too. So it's a lot of research that goes into this stuff on where you want to send it to for bang for your buck. Oh, the pre-scope's going to be horrible, horrible. Because that was just with my eyes going over stuff, basically, in the hand magnifier. The scope by far is much easier and less stressful on my eyes. The one I'm probably going to think is going to be the best one to look at is that 115 card bulk order. If we even come close to 40 or 50% tens on it, that's a success. And in case anybody's starting to mail into PSA for anything, I can tell you the day they receive it, it's getting in the computer. Because my stuff's already been in that I expressed over to them. It's marked as arrived. I'm guessing it probably won't go anywhere past it. There is a new step, though. I'll show you guys. I didn't know this. Let me think how I could pull this up. So if you guys look, it used to go arrived, research ID, grading, assembly, QA check 1, 2, shipping. There's now an order prep. So your submission will be reviewed, verified, and logged in the system in preparation for processing to begin. So I'm taking it this is the Genomint piece right here. Then it goes into research and ID to make sure what's going on the label is right. Then it goes into grading. So no longer is it 7 steps, it's 8. But I don't know when this popped in there, to be honest, because we haven't said for a while. But it just gives you guys an idea. There is a new step involved now. But yeah, if you sit there and play around with this stuff long enough, it starts like you look at it and you're like, wow, what is going on here? But everything else that I have is all research and ID. Now, I have heard of somebody that had their submission they sent off end of February or March or something like it, right before they shut down. They got it back already with grades. How it went through, nobody knows. But I could also tell you that if all these people are sending huge orders, they're all not going to be done at the same time frame as they get them in because they got to prep it for how many they could do with the big orders per day. But pretty good stuff, I mean, coming out. Grade wise, stuff starting to open back up. No, I will not be at the National this year. I know a lot of people have asked me. I just don't have the desire to go to Chicago this year. And if you do go, I mean, honestly, you want to go for like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday to get the full experience because so much stuff goes on. Like, I would not expect sleep much at all. What's up, Jimmy? Because even when the National shuts down, people are having like get togethers every single night that people are going to be like flocking to and then drinking and all that other trade nights, stuff like that. It's just got immense over the years. I haven't been to a National now in a while. I used to be a frequent person of the expos back in the day. But I won't be there this year. Next year's in Atlantic City, and when they held it at Atlantic City last time, it was horrible. Everybody I know that went to it just did not like the location, so I will stay away from it. So I'll probably look at either going to a Dallas show this fall, maybe winter time frame, or possibly hitting maybe a Nashville show or something like that. Indy does a big show too. It could be an indie show. But something different, I might try to get to one per year, the bigger ones. There is one in Lexington in case anybody wants to go to it. It's next weekend because they were trying to get me to do a table on it, and I forget the price. But it's a 2 day event. They got like Strawberry coming in to do autos, Dan Severn from UFC, Jake Roberts. Oh, some Garbage Pail Kid sketch dude is coming in. But it's not advertised as a sports card event. They're like it's like a collector's thing. So there's going to be like toys, Pokemon, coins, cards, all that stuff. Yeah, Dallas will probably be end of the year, I'm thinking. I don't know. I got to see what their schedules are. I might pop out to it. Depends on where pricing is, honestly, because if I would go to Dallas, I would be looking at bringing some of my higher slabs that are locked up to try to move. And the only thing that's bad though with the Dallas shows during football season, I can't remember if they're just jam packed on Saturdays or not. Because I know it's a 3 day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I was sitting there reading what somebody was saying about like going to the bigger shows where everybody leaves the last day of the show. I think it does make more sense to stay in that last day and flying out like on a Monday or Tuesday after it ends. Because if you think if it's like a $300 in ticket price difference, your hotel room might be $100 a night. So you kind of save $200. I don't know. See what happens this year with shows. But yeah, not much else going on really for this week through the weekend through Monday. Like I said, there'll be a few videos, cut two reveals, PSA, SGC, the giveaway video, the members only giveaway video will be done, and then I only got one scammer thing really to report on. Not even a scammer, a trim card. It's on Heritage, two of them. That's really about it. It might be a peaceful weekend for once. Dude, I just go to Burbank or something, but I don't know. If your whole idea is to go to a big show for a Jordan, I think you could probably just go to Burbank and get one. Well, if I'm going to a show, it still finds limited cards out of 10, one on one, stuff that I don't see every day or can't really get a hold of. Because there's a lot of people that do not list some of their stuff on eBay and platforms like that. No, those weren't mine. Those were actually CBCs I've been doing for them. He sent me a big old box and I've been working on them. My stuff is going to PSA. I do send some stuff to SGC that will not be PSA approved with me. And then I still will occasionally, if it's a thick stock card, send it to Beckett. But it's only high end that goes to Beckett. If I'm looking at like a thick stock card and I'm worried about it being a 9, I'll probably send it to Beckett because I would be really upset to spend say $200. It comes back in 8 because then I'm gonna have to be like crap. Do I crack this and send it to Beckett for another 250? It all depends on what I'm in on the cards. But those are my three that I mostly send into. I still use GMG too, but It varies between what the type of the card is, the value wise onto it. How, is it a brand new product that I need to push it before the market gets flooded onto it and stuff like that. But I have a few people. I've managed a few people's PSA accounts just because they don't want to mess with it. But their stuff's all been done for months. Two of the guys, actually, they're coming back here. I want to say it's in February or something next year from being deployed. But they sent me a big stacks of their stuff and did a big push before PSA shut down for them. And then I still got some stuff here for them to send out. I'm not a fan on HGA. I don't like the lottery. I don't like being limited and then going in the lottery for like 10 straight times and not being able to get into it. I think they needed to look at the lottery different. That initially, if you didn't make the lottery, then your number would be lower for next time. You just build off of that number. But that I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan how they handled the artwork situation, saying that the guy was contracted and paid through them by what they said on a tweet. And to find out the guy is not contracted with them and now they're twisting their words around more. I'm just not a fan of their public affairs at all, and it kind of makes me worried about how the company's direction will go. Even though HGA has their following, just like any grading company out there has their following, I'm more about having results done and not being given always. I'm not a person that if I owned a company that I'm always going to be like, well, hey guys, all the other companies are doing this type talk. I'm a person that my company is doing this and I'm not worrying about the rest of the world. Now, internally, that might be brought up, but in the public eye, I wouldn't be doing that. That's what I'm not a fan about. And whenever when you start doing stuff like that, publicity is going to be looked at two different ways. For me, I just don't like it, and it scares me away their company's being run. Granted, they've messed up on a bunch of labels, and they always come back with, "Oh, that was on the person's order form or whatever." And I'm like, well, I doubt that a LeBron James card should be saying Michael Jordan on it, and so stuff like that. There, I don't think somebody messed that up on their form. I could see a year being messed up. I mean, there was one where it was an illusions of Jim Kelly and Josh Allen, so they wrote Josh Allen and Jim Allen on it. And of course, they go back saying, oh, that was an error on the form. I highly doubt it, but I don't know. I do on occasion review cards for people. Um, I've had a couple people send me stuff where they want me to look at them and then send them back to them, and I've done that. Some people tag along on my orders that I allow because I've known them for a while. Then a couple of people I've known for a very long time. I just manage their PSA accounts for them. They have memberships and all that, and I just plug it all in. It gets sent directly to them. I just have to fill it out, and then basically they pay me for my time for doing the submissions and then reviewing their cards if it's being reviewed, along with the shipping the PSA. Then everything else just comes out of their account, their bank account. It's simpler that way. I don't mind doing like group subs and stuff, but it gets tedious because when you start doing group subs, people are always like, "Oh, what's up with my order?" And they'll ask you every day. I had that happen with Beckett, so I stopped. And it was just select people that I've known for a while that didn't really bug me. The people that have their own accounts, they go on and check it every day. If they got an issue, they can call PSA up and fight with them themselves. Kind of makes sense in a way. But really, there's only one, two, three people that'll tag along with my stuff. Because back in the day, I used to tag along with other people's stuff, so I just never bothered them. And that's why they always let me always, tag along. And then eventually I was like, I'm just going to do this myself. That's what I started doing. Because I never could understand why cars would get what in grade and stuff. And when I was doing my own stuff, I would video the card with what I seen wrong with it, and I started trying to, evaluate where they were hitting, how bad it was getting hit onto it and stuff. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that are impatient. I see it all the time. I feel for those dudes. I really do. Because they're getting blown up on Messenger, phone, emails. They're like, oh, I did an 8-day sub with you back in October. It's still not done yet. Well, you got to look if 8-day sub with a group submission is different than an 8-day sub that I do on my own as a member. But yeah, a lot of people are very, very impatient onto it. And that's just one of those things I just couldn't really deal with the most. Because I'm sitting there at work and, you get like 7 text messages or Facebook messages. And I'm like, dude, I'm at work. I can't check non government websites right now. They're like, well, can you look on your phone? I'm like, no, I'm busy at work. And then that's when I started really shutting down from letting people tag along unless I knew them real well. And sometimes, like a lot of people, if you sit there and talk about it, they're like, oh, it's only 1 or 2 guys. Oh, no, no, no. You get a handful of them dudes. It's just painful across the board. And no joke, I used to send out a spreadsheet. I still do it with some of the guys now, but on weekends. But giving status updates of their orders and stuff, and it's that didn't even help out. But now, like I said, there's only a few people that I do it for, so if there's nothing that went on that week with changes, I just don't even mail a spreadsheet out. I think today was the first time I mailed one out in like 2 or 3 weeks. Well, I have my own membership, but the membership's really only for value cards, okay? Um, Anybody can go on and make an account on PSA and submit at like anything that's not a value or quarterly special and above. But yeah, some people will tag along with some of my orders just so we can split shipping costs, stuff like that, I guess. But if somebody would be like, hey, I want you to submit cards for me, I'd be like, you got to make an account on PSA. And right now, PSA is not doing memberships, but so you really couldn't submit value because it's not even existent right now. But what I would do is like, say you would be like, I want these 5 cards to go express. I'd have you build an account on PSA. I'd go through the whole thing, do the form up, review your cards here, mail it off to PSA from me. But where they want your card information, you'd give it to me. I'd plug it in, and then it would get sent off, and then you could watch when it gets arrived and through the whole process get mailed back to you. I have one, but I don't use a UV light at all. I just use the LED lights. I got an old hand tool that has a magnifier on it where you can switch the light and you can go to UV on it. It's not a bad tool. It's just another thing you could use to try to find different blemishes on a card. I try not to use it that much just due to the fact that a grading company is not going to do it, and if I can't see it under a microscope, I doubt they are. Yeah, I started. I want to say it was 2000 with them. I think they were only around in the late 90s for cards. I don't know when they started doing. I think card encapsulation was like 97 on them. I'd have to go back and look at the tree. I still remember when Beckett did it. Everybody, a lot of people are talking now about like PSA was bought out by this place, and now um, the collectors group was bought out by a bunch of people. Again, I forget what they were called, what the group is called off him. I think it was Blackstone or something like that. And they're all worried about it. It's like the biggest gossip going around. But people forget Beckett originally had their own auctions. They had their own grading company and their own price guide. I mean, tell me that wouldn't have been a big thing right now back in the day if you brought that forward. Can you imagine all the gossip going around about that? Because Beckett's pricing the cards, they're grading cards, and they're also doing a price off of that, along with their own auction house. Craziness. I think you can offhand. I mean, my account's been on for years, a long time. But I think the oldest submission I can see on my account's like 3 or 4 years ago. That's it. And that's just because of the updates it did in the system. The evolution of pack opening. Man, the way they even pack the packs nowadays. I mean, here's an example. Topps Chrome has like 4 or 5 cards per pack. You have to be so gentle. You want Bowman when you're opening them. And then you get the jumbo packs, which you got to worry about damage to corners because those thick stacks, they're shifting every which way. I mean, you start getting corner damage, edge damage, all that stuff. It's insane. Go back to the wax pack era, you had bubble gum in there and wax stains. You had all kind of surface issues along with centering. I mean, it's crazy how stuff's really, if you go back and start thinking about it being evolved over time. Um, yeah, some big stuff out there for sure. Yeah, different cards, different issues all the time, from chromes to paper, foils on cards. I can remember when Finest had coating on it you could peel off. Insane stuff out there. No, not really. I mean, I knew who Kenny Golden was back when he used to get in breaks. I mean, dude would just buy into breaks all the time. But I don't think it's a big issue that the company, and what is it called? Something Holdings, they end up buying it. So, but they also own different other companies too. It's just they're buying up everything there is to do with the card industry. It happens. I don't think they're going to try to hold on or limited tens. I mean, if you look at the last order we just did and just come back in, minus the three cards that I already knew, there was an Ozzie Smith rookie in. I knew my Michael Jordan with coding was going to come back a 9, and I knew my Tua was going to be borderline 8-9. Every other card that I predicted came back with the grade it was supposed to get. The Tua was the only exception to policy into because I wasn't too sure. So I don't think they're doing that. I think what the issue was people were just slamming cards in there. That, a lot of people don't wipe down their cards. They don't know what to look for and stuff. And I think that was an issue with why people saw percentages dropped. Huh. Yeah, I never even heard of that. I'll be honest, when I used to get some of the thicker packs, I was telling, I think it was CBC today. I can't remember who I was on the phone with. But, like, for an example, when I was opening up Impeccable, it's a thicker pack, thicker stock card. I used to make sure all the cards were down low, and then I'd take the pack with scissors, cut it across, so you have that big opening, and then I would take a little cut into it so I could just slowly rip it open down. There's people just going and pulling that thing apart, and it's jacking up your edges and corners onto it. But I mean, when you start looking, you start thinking about wax packs wax packs of bubble gum, wax packs, then to foil packs. There's been some crazy stuff through the years, just like the cards themselves. And you got to think when Upper Deck came out, they were like the first full glossy card. I mean, other than Topps, Tiffany's and stuff like that, but they were just a different breed. The thing is, with the card industry, well, nowadays, things change weekly. What you game plan one week might change the next. You just never know. Before, you used to be able to try to have a plan yearly out what you wanted to do, or 6 months out, short and long term. Now you can't even do it because stuff is just changing so much. From pricing to values to grading companies. It's just immense. Do what you want on it. It's up to you what you want to do on it. Ain't up to me. You open it, you get a bum box, you blame me. You open it and get a good box, you'll be like, oh, I knew I should. I knew I was going to open this. I mean, that's not you what you do with your boxes. I mean, I got tons of wax locked away, but you could lose money by opening that box and pulling all bum stuff out with issues across the board versus it being just a unopened box. There's a lot of unopened wax collectors. Like I said, I was trying to make a couple trades for stuff with wax. I had wax for wax. Because people still want that Luca Year wax and Zion wax. It does now, but what happens when it gets all opened up? No, it keeps dropping in price. Make your, look at it and depend on it. You want to open it? Go for it. If you think it's going to go back up in price in 10 years, which it probably will, there's your answer. You got to remember, there's a lot of breakers out there now. It's not like there's 50 breakers total across the globe. There's thousands now. Everybody's a breaker. So the product's getting broken a lot more. Now, 2020, you got to think, year ago. So do you keep it or not? The other question is who was redemptions in that, because Topps is not going to honor all the redemptions after a certain time frame. So there's a lot that goes into play when you got to look at do you keep wax or not. I honestly have wax upstairs that I'm afraid to open because it's upper deck, and they probably given those cards away already. I mean, could you see me pulling a Michael Jordan or LeBron James redemption out? How much I would probably cry and hate myself versus what I can make off the box? Because they're not going to honor it. They're going to say, yeah, it's expired. We have nothing here of it. We'll put you in a lottery. Oh, hey, during a lottery, you just won a Ben Simmons autographed basketball. Well, great, but it's still not a LeBron or Jordan thing. I really think that, back in the day, a Protect was great if you can get the stuff in there. Like, I waited, it was over 3 years on a LeBron auto from Letterman. And I mean, I was in talks with these guys daily, and they told me at the end it was not getting produced. He wasn't going to sign him. And lo and behold, about a year later, he did sign him, by the way. It only took him 4 years. It's one of the reasons why I don't like LeBron. But they did hook me up onto it. I'm not going to lie. They end up sending me a Jordan auto out of it. And then they also, because of my frustrations, they gave me the whole Jeter Letterman set autoed out of, I think it's out of 20, it's out of 27 or 28. It's a weird number. It's not out of 25. And then when I had some Matt Murrays that lost value immensely. They end up giving me 2 more Jeter Letterman, a Jeter Clemens dual auto, and then a Mario Lemieux auto with it too. So I mean, they were good over time onto it, but my big thing is with Topps. Topps was never, ever will work with you. Never, ever. I mean, look at that. I had that Bellinger for, what was it, almost 5 years that they finally redeemed it. And I kept asking for a replacement, and they kept saying no, no, no. Yeah, probably a lot's is sitting at PSA. But here's the thing. You're talking about base stuff. What happens if you got a Vladdy auto in there? What happens if you got a Bichette auto in there? Alvarez. What happens if you got one of the gold card or an orange card or a red card in there? You don't know. My thing is, I would keep it stored in a good temperature and hold it. But if you're just itching to open up wax and you want to grade something and you want to make some money off it, go for it. Hopefully you do well in it. So I was looking at my VCP yesterday. Griffey 89 Donruss PSA 10s have dipped down just under $400 now. Those things were up over 1,000 at one time. Zions are creeping around 375, 400 for Prisms. Lubob's stuff is still way down. I mean, honestly, if Lubob comes back and tears it up, people are going to be really upset selling their stuff cheaply. Well, there you go then. I try to. I mean, that's the thing is that I'm one of them people. I don't want to waste money grading. This is not back in days when I was doing 10 days to Beckett for like $25 a card. This is not PSA where regular cards used to be like $20 a card. You're talking some big money. It's being exchanged to grade cards now. So if I'm going to send it, I want to make sure that one, if it grades a 9, I'm going to make profit. If it grades a 10, I'm going to make a lot of profit type deal. And just from dealing with PSA so much now, I've just learned that if they see one of those little things onto it, you're already getting bumped. And especially if you're doing bulk submissions, you really want to try with bulk and values of, pushing a lot more tens than just throwing a lot of stuff together in and getting nines, eights, and sevens too. See, I had the mentality years ago of being a collector. Then I started moving to selling. I couldn't separate myself, and that was the biggest thing. So what I ended up doing, and this was just for myself, is I took everything as a collector, and because it was really valuable too, and I moved it to multiple safe deposit boxes so I never see it. And then occasionally I buy stuff for the collection, sits back there, and when I go back up and have to do more pictures and inventories to send the insurance, I do that. And everything else I have here is to turn profit and then to add to that boxes up there long term. So a lot of people cannot separate themselves. They got to have one of everything or 10 of everything or whatever out there. And that's where it's going to hurt them the most because they have to they have to have that need and want for all that stuff. And overall, it'll come back to biting somebody onto it long term. Like if you're like a Curry collector and you want to have all the Curry cards graded, like one of everything, that's one thing. But some people just go crazy and they want to have one of everything out there. When I started doing a lot of my grading, like back in 15 and 16, so what I would do at Beckett, I say I wanted to be tapped out between 3 and 350 per order. So I'd send my cards off, they'd get graded, come back. I would sell out of my order to cover that 3 to 350, and I'd take the rest of it and I would separate it between short term, long term, and collection. And then I would take my next stack after I sold middlemen, do the same thing. I kept recycling. And I always made sure I made my money back off of the grading fee so I could resubmit again. And then all my short-term holds were basically stuff that I knew that I needed to sell within a certain time frame, and that was the money I used to rebuy back into breaks and stuff like that. And that's how I started doing all my stuff. I couldn't tell you if that's the correct answer or not, but it worked for me. Everybody's going to have their own thing onto it. You just have to find a system that you're comfortable with to do and stick to it. But you're going to also have to be aware that you're going to have in today's market, a lot of things are going to fluctuate on how you do things too. I do not know where I put my marker. This is why we. Oh, there it is. This is why we are cleaning out the office this weekend. No 4th of July parties for me. Checked. Ultra. And modern. Those go back in your box. Your box is light now. Anybody got any kind of crazy plans for 4th of July? I'm just packaging his stuff up while I'm sitting here. I'm not even shooting fireworks this year. I am just going to chill out at home. I got a new thing I want to try for some grilling for some steaks. I don't know if anybody's ever tried it. Way off topic here. So now we're talking about grilling. Well, at least I am. So I've been watching. I used to use oil with basting on my steaks when I would season them. And then when I would go out to grill them, where people are putting butter on their steaks on top, I used to put Worcestershire sauce on it. I'm going to try the butter thing now. Oh, on a video today? That's probably because the guys that I blocked, they're upset because they wanted to talk all rough and cuss out. Told me I need to find religion, but in a different terminology, I guess. I know where they're coming from. It's from a guy that likes to do overpriced breaks. Oh, they are, John. They are. Yeah, that's what happens, though, when you call people out for doing the wrong thing. They get mad and upset. They send their buddies in to troll. And I just block them. I mean, it ain't going to get a row out of me. I mean, they know they did wrong to those people. I mean, how do you have, like, friends and people you talk to on the internet and then overcharge them on the breaks and stuff? That's where they came from, because there was a bunch of hate stuff that came through the other day. And I just looked at it, laughed, and blocked them from the channel. Clean off these cloths. Yeah, it was kind of funny when they told me. Well, I could tell when people make snide comments who it comes from. I laugh. All I could do about it. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and get riled up over it. Been doing this for way too many years. I was looking at this card over. Let me tell you what, SP Authentic. This stuff here, if you guys could find some of this stuff, it's sharp on the corners and edges. I was looking this stuff over. This is a Kobe from, I think it's 98.99. Let me look here. Yep, 98.99. And I'll tell you what, to get a 10 on something like that just from PSA is kind of cool. Yeah, that's true. Trash does go in the garbage. Yeah, this will probably come back a 9 too, but just as my Jordan in a Wizards uniform. Probably a 9 on that too, because the top and bottom, but I'll take a LeBron and 9. And Griffey is just getting graded for somebody for a present to put a smile on their face one day. That crazy bearded monster guy. Oh, I'll show you guys some other stuff. Let me pull this mic or microscope down because she's pretty much done for the day. I did get a package in from GMG. Okay, Pug, you took the microscope spot down here, buddy. So GMG did send me some stuff for giveaways we're going to be doing through overtime live streams late at night. This is a Fireburst Kelsey 9.5, Mahomes 9.5. These are all Fireburst. Fireburst Orange Hilaire. I think is that his rookie. No, that's second year. No, that's rookie. I don't know why I was saying. Didn't see a logo. Tyreek Hill Fireburst. Oops, that's not a giveaway. That's got to go in this pile. And then this Lubob. Pink Refractor 10. So you guys check out when we start going back on Friday nights to the live stream. It'll be this next Friday we will do one. The following Friday we won't because of the live stream on Saturday for fixed price buy it nows and auctions, which will actually be on a Saturday. I might still do a quick one Friday night. And then the following week I have a show. So, but next week we're going to have plenty to talk about. Yeah, it's kind of cool they said that stuff. Oh yeah, in case any of these people are still here, you still got stuff here for me to send. Larry Jitlin and Brandon Lee. Give me some emails, addresses. Show you guys. This is what I got how to find a soccer. Oop. Dog hair. How'd that even get on there? Probably clean. Tyler Adams. These are $2.99 or $2.50. Saki Auto. Never even heard of them. Not even gonna try Trincao. I don't know. Silva Auto. I know why I was thinking of Silva. I was thinking the UFC dude. Richter. Sufert. Kunku. I guess the first end is probably silent out of 25, and a guy named Geiger. I did get a Tua in. I got two Tuas in somewhere around here. But the 1-2 is not leaving because it dropped in price. One Tua, come in. And this one's just dropped in price to where I'm just not going to put it up for sale. That's the hollow, the rookies from Optic 10. I literally just picked those up today. The Prism will probably go on the website. Sometime before Tuesday morning. And whatever you do, guys, don't believe that if you buy a GMA 10 that it's going to be worth a PSA 9. I just seen two emails come across my screen as I was flipping over here and asking that question. The PSA 8, I'm not too sure. I think it's like probably around $35-40. I have to look it up and comp it yet. I have not looked, to be honest. Wait. Yep, none of these people are in the chat, so I was going to answer their question, but yeah, GMA 10s are far from a PSA 9 in price. In other words, don't use GMA. Unless you're just using it for your own personal stuff. If you're using it for resale, you will not get value on it. The only time you're going to get value is by an inexperienced collector believing in what you say. Because think about this, if an SGC 10 is barely getting around the PSA 9 price, a GMA 10's not. Got some hockey. I just wish that this would have been somebody better than Bluger. I love these pucks from back in the day. I don't know until I price it, April. I still have to do a video on it, on the open or the stuff. It'll end up being in the website though. I don't know what they sell for. Hold on. Looks like average on from what I'm getting is like 31, almost $32. It'll probably go on the website for like $30. But the Optic Hall is PSA 10. I'm not going to sell because it's gone down like it used to be around 150, and I can tell you now, I think the last one was like 55, $60. So I'm just going to hold that. You want to buy the Prism one? This one? Yeah. Try and get the focus. I got the overhead light on badly. There we go. And just so you're tracking, it won't be able to go out till Tuesday. Post offices are shut down through Monday. That's the PayPal. If you want to buy it, just send goods and services. So I have the address on file with PayPal to send it to it. I did spell that right? Yeah. My eyes are bad. So many stacks of stuff here to get rid of this weekend. At least off the desk, that is. Okay. Yeah, there'll be giveaways for sure at the overtime when we start back up next Friday. And your stuff is bagged up to go. You're getting like 10, 20, 30, 40, roughly 50 cards back. Because I just put whatever was left in this last stack. And your stuff's already sleeved and ready to go out. No, I'm not going to sell the other one right now because I would lose money on it. CVC, I just found these in your box. And another bubble envelope. I remember looking at these. I'm going to have to go back in a video now. Because everything else that I went through was in this bubble envelopes. It was hiding between your sleeves you sent me. I lied. We ain't done today. We get the scope back out. I don't know why those were hiding with your sleeves or your PSA like sleeve things, but they were. You never emailed me. Yeah, you were supposed to email me. All right, I gotta look at a couple more cards of his. I don't know why I did miss those. Where'd the rag go? You got some crud up here. It was in your box. It was hiding between your sleeves. Oh, that's where this came from? You got some crud onto it, man. There, now it looks better. I think your top corner in this might be a little screwed up, top left. I need to move this forward some. That's why the microphone moved earlier, because I moved it with the cord. This is the corner I'm worried about, but the back side more than anything. Micro divot they probably won't see. Yeah, but these were between those graded sleeves. I don't know how the hell they got there. I just happened to look back in there and I was like, where did these just come from? They were embedded. But that's why I keep all your stuff in one area. Actually, everybody's stuff's all in their own boxes. Somebody wrote in blue ink on your card, man. I don't know what's up with that. And they put some crazy markings on it, blue ink. Pug, yeah, probably was her. Little troll pug. Alright. Now I gotta remember what corner it was. It should be this one I'm looking at first. Oh, it's not gonna show it that way. Let's go this way. The funny part is she can't reach these boxes. Now, she could have had the cat jump up and do it for her. Oh, this is the corner I was worried about right here. Wrong side of the card. Let me see if I can get this for you. Okay, thank you. Got it. Appreciate it. We'll go out Tuesday to you. That little piece right there in the corner is what worries me. That's all I got back in today for Dolphins. Yeah, I would stick. I wouldn't send this any other way but value, to be honest. No, not dolphin wise. Probably not for a while until they start hitting bulk orders. Oh, thank you. Like I said, I'll have this out on Tuesday. You'll have tracking way before then, though. Oh, CBC. Hold on. I just caught something. What is up with your stuff like around their crotch area? In between the lights right there? Now, I got marker. Okay, there's marker's pen. So you see the line that's coming down right about here? That's where your blemish is at, and that's in the chrome on the line. Well, yes, you should send the whole thing in. Just kidding. No, no, you got 90 10, and also up here, CBC, where the mosaic is. Well, you might not be able to see it. There's that divot there, but there's scratch marks too. Right there, you kind of can see them all. I'll send her back to you. You might be able to wipe that down, but the one that's in the line is definitely a no go. Okay, yeah, email me the other stuff. Put that in that pile. Whoop. And yes, CBC, I did go through the whole box now too to make sure there was nothing else hidden. Freshman Flash Lou Bob. Do 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 do. This way. They won't catch those. Those are real light. See, that corner just looks funky right there to me, but it's the way it's shaped with those dots that's getting me. Do 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 do. We might have a winner here. Over top there we go. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I think this was a good solid 9, if not 10. The only thing that's tricky is that one corner, if they really have to look into it, but it's the way those dots are on the bottom, it makes it look funky. That funky monkey. Pugs put me to sleep snoring under me. Micro divot. These canvases usually do well as long as your corners are good and edges. Learned that from hockey. You got a little bit of edge fuzz there from where they cut it at. I don't know if they'll ding that or not, being a canvas card. So you can really see it right there. I'll let the video catch up before you say anything. 2, 10. Yeah, there's 10 cards left. All right. Okay, you wanted to go value still? All right. That's the only thing I was worried about. I mean, I don't know what they'll ding that at, if it's going to be an 8 or a 9, to be honest. Let me keep going. I'm not a fan of that corner. Do you still want to go to value with that corner? Okay. Yeah, it's this one right here I'm not a fan of. See it right there, what I'm talking about. All right. Jefferson Optic now. Get my cloth back right. Got a little divot, I see. You got a chunk out the back, too. Right there. Dead center middle screen. The other thing. I don't know if that's. Must be what they did because I'm not seeing it there. Okay. I just want to show you where the divot is. It's down by the foot. Right in the middle there. Just so you know, and have reference if you need to use the video. Man, you got some crazy nicks in this, bro. Let me show you. You might not even want to send this to anybody. The first one, gray line. Crap, I can't even get it on here. It's right there. Ah! Which way I need to move this? Right there in the center. That's a scratch you can see. And then I'm going to show you the top of this. There's like a bunch of these like little divots. There's one right there, lower right, left. Man, I gotta try to get my hand on here, focus better. Hold on. There's one on top. There's another one top right. Top right again. Yeah. I wouldn't send this anywhere, just so you can see. It's hard to really pick these up. But as you come across all those little marks up there, that you can see right to the left of the light as it's going across more. I'm right there by the helmet. Those two. And then this one down here is right below the, well, to the left of the light kind of bottom. But just so you can see where they're at. Nico Horner. X-Fractor. Woo woo. I believe that's dirt that's kicking up, if I remember these. You do have a crazy printer line on this thing, man. I don't know if that's normal on these. I'm trying to see if I can pick it up here. Maybe if I back it up some. It's like right below this light and goes across, but it kind of highlights that line in the card. So I don't know these well enough to say if that's an actual gig or if that's part of the card. If I go this way with it, it'll show. Right there, you can see it right below the light. It goes like below his butt cheek into his thigh, and it comes the whole way kind of down this way. Let me see if I can show it on our light to make more sense of it. And I got right to it. See right here, this line, it starts there, and it goes the whole way down. So I don't know if that's part of the card design or not. I'm going to say it isn't just because I never see an X-Fractor like it. It reminds me of the Prism Wave Error that they had a long time ago. Do you want to chance this or no? With that line. Okay. Let me just make sure there's no chrome missing or corner smashes. Yeah, the rest of it looks fine. But you'll see what I'm talking about. You got to hold the right light. They might miss it. mean, if they're holding the card at like a 45, you can't see it, but and flat down. But if you're just a little bit off a flat, that line's like very visible. You might get through with SGC with it. You sure know that one. But I don't know if that's a common error on this card without like looking at a bunch of them raw. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I found a Tua. It's not mine, April. I swear. It's CVC's. Dude. I think this is part of the card, so I'm just going to go right to it. That right there. It looks like a squiggly parasite worm, or what do they call those worms? Like that people get in their stomachs. That's what it reminds me of. I don't think that's part of the card. And then also, dead center there. You got a good chunk. And there was one more. Let me see where I'm at in the card. Okay, it's up above it. So that one, there should be one more. Maybe that was the top one. Oh, there's that one. Then right there. Okay, there they are. So yeah. I don't think it's part of the card. I don't have. Wait, let me look at that two I just had. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's not in that. I was like, I don't have a Tua here to compare it to. That's actually a blemish in the card itself with the chrome. Tapeworm, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks like a tapeworm. Jake Fromm could take Josh Allen's job. Uh-oh. All the Allen haters are probably going to thumbs down me now. Couple real light lines, but we all know Mosaic had them. And we do know that they were letting these things through. Okay, I got to clean this up because I'm seeing fingerprints all over it. It's killing me. Somebody fingerprinted your card very well. And I can tell you without me even going any further, I'm going to show you. That's football helmet. Look at your edge on the card here. Once I get to it in focus, I got to find his helmet. Maybe I got to pull it over there. All right. You're having chipping in it. Where'd my pen go now? There it is. There's chipping all up in. Okay, let me go down so I can see where I'm at. Okay, now I'm going to look at the camera. There's chipping all right here. Would not even go any further with that. And I'll show you what it looks like off camera so you have an idea. All right. Let me get focus. Oh, I don't have black gloves on. Cloth. Now you can see it right there above his helmet. Those three little marks right there are all chipping in it. Last one for real this time, CBC, I promise. I know we haven't seen this yet. Bowman Platinum Tatis Rookie. That was fuzz. Might be a little white in there, but I don't know what these sell for. CBC, start looking up nines on Bowman and Platinum Tatis rookies. Because if this has whiting down here, I can tell you now it's going to be a 9. Overall, it looks pretty good. I ain't going to lie. Yeah, you do. You got a little bit of whiting down there in that corner. Wait, SGC for Tatis? I don't remember where we were at with your comments saying SGC now. Oh, okay. There's whiting on the corner of the Tatis. Do you want me? You want to still try to get it to go as a 9? You're driving, and you got a little bit of edge issue. So I would say SGC this. Yeah, SGC this. You have a chance at 9.5 through them at least. Heck, you never know. Come back at 10 too with them. Okay, that's all yours. So I got 2 more of this put in your pile going. And you're getting 8 more back. Oh, I still like the smell of those gloves, man. Pug, stop it. Now this time we're really done looking at cards for the day. All right, everybody. Been on for a little bit. So I don't know how I missed those in your box, to be honest. But they were like between your 2 stacks of sleeves that I used. That kind of might have been why. Don't know. But I'm going to count it here. Guys, have a good 4th of July tomorrow. Stay safe out there. I will be back probably, well, next live one will probably be next Friday night with overtime. We'll probably have much to talk about considering all the price increases and stuff like that going on out there, and be able to answer some more questions onto that stuff as well. But other than that, guys, stay safe out there. I'm out. I'll see you guys for sure Friday night, next Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. Today's Saturday. Yeah, I can't even think what day it is for overtime. See y'all later.